guys have just fed into each other. Tell me about the trust that you're feeling on the floor right now with your guys.
Yeah, it extends way longer than from the tip-off of the game or the beginning of the series or the beginning of the playoffs. We've all been in the gym working together, improving, getting better, and everybody sees how hard each other works, and because of that, we know what we're capable of, and we're able to kind of trust each other, knowing that we're all in it together.
Yeah, Chet, you guys were down 9 with about 8 minutes left, and Lou hit those 3 shots in about a 5-possession span. Besides the points and catching up, what did seeing those 3 shots go in do for everybody's confidence, morale, energy, all those things?
I think you said it really well when you said energy. He hit some big shots, made a lot of big plays. He has a hard task chasing around a lot of ball screens all game long. I'm sure it's exhausting, and I'm sure it's hard to do that every single time down and then go down and shoot the ball. So, he's being asked to do something that's extremely difficult, and, the point in the game when he made those shots was huge. It completely turned the game around, and like you said, changed the energy, changed, just changed the whole game. Shout out Lou.
Chet, I'm curious what you expect going to Denver in a closeout game from you guys.
I expect nothing less than what it is. It's a closeout game in Denver against a really good team, and we have to be locked in and ready to bring it, knowing that closeout games are the hardest games. On top of that, being on the road, we have to understand what's at stake, and we can't let that kind of drift us from doing what we need to do to win the game. We can't focus so much on winning the game that we don't win every aspect throughout the game, every minute of the game. We have to focus on where we're at in the game when we get there, and leading up to it, starting pretty much now, doing what we have to do to get ready for it. So.
What's it do for, that comeback? Lou got it started, but Shea hits a big 3, Jalen hits a big 3 on the rotation of the ball. You alter the shots. What's it do for the growth of the team when so many guys contribute to a win like this, a comeback, kind of like in Game 1 where they came back late on you, you come back late on them in this game?
Yeah, I think it just kind of adds to the experiences. Obviously, we've had some tough experiences so far. Obviously, this one feels a lot better, but win or lose, we're going to look at this and see where we can be better. We made some great plays down the stretch, and we're going to look at those and figure out, why they went in our favor, and, figure out how to keep doing that going forward, knowing that the other team is on the other side of that, looking at how they can be better in those situations, and it's going to be a back and forth, and we just have to trust that, continuing to work on it with the right intentions and everything is going to put us in a better position than the other team.
Chet, will you talk about the mental and physical roller coaster guarding Jokic? When you think you got him doing something, then he ends up with the fourth quarter the way he did. Can you talk about the roller coaster with him?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's just him. That's the NBA. It's the best league in the world. There's really good players. There's a lot on the line, and everybody's locked in. And you just have to understand that, I don't know how many games have been played in NBA history. No team's ever scored 0 points, so you're never going to shut anybody out. It's just understanding that you have to make things as tough as possible, not only on a team, but on certain players and certain aspects. You have to understand what they want to do, what they're not as good at, try and force them to the things they're not as good at, and then trust that puts you in a position to win the game. He's a really good player, so you're not going to shut him out. It's just you have to make things as tough as you can on him and his team, and trust that puts you in a position to win the game.
Chet, there were obviously moments of big celebration in the course of that game, but at the very end of the game, it was sort of a been there, done that almost attitude that I saw out of you guys, not sort of going crazy, celebrating, that sort of thing. What does it say just about the mentality, approach, just where this team is to have come through a game like that in big stakes and just sort of be, I mean, not going crazy at the end, I guess?
Yeah, I would just say understanding that, we've been on the other side of it. And whether you're on the winning side or the losing side, it can't be these big ups and downs. You have to stay really steady, knowing that, we're flying to Denver tomorrow to play another game. So that's not the end-all, be-all. And I feel like collectively we have a good understanding of that. And, now we have to turn the page from this game and get ready for the next one.
Chet, with some coaches, you can see them sort of just lose confidence in guys. Mark's been just very, very apparent and just open about not losing confidence in guys like you and Lou. Lou tonight has a slow start, turns it around. You had something sort of similar against Memphis earlier in the playoffs. What is sort of the value of having a coach like that who you know has your back?
It's extremely important. A lot of credit goes to Mark on that one. He's going to stick in there with if he believes in you. He's not an outcome-oriented person. If you're out there with the right process, the right intentions, trying to make the right plays, the outcome of those plays isn't necessarily what he's focused on in the short term. If you have a track record behind you, he's going to believe in that more so than, what happened in the short-term memory of things. And Lou has a track record of coming up big for us on both ends of the floor, and, it's going to take a lot more than that for not only Mark but us to lose confidence in him. We saw tonight why you just can't do that.
Chet, the play is probably lost on you now because, between everything that happened in those last few minutes, it's probably one of the crazier clutch finishes in the league in recent memory. But the three that Jokic hits late clock, 1 foot, like what's going through your head when it happens, and what do you think now that, that you guys managed to close it out even after that?
Yeah. Immediately afterwards, my thought was going towards the next possession. Once the shot goes in, you're not going to change that. It's now, all right, what do we have to do on the other end to, keep things moving forward. But, I'm going to go back. Obviously, it's a tough shot. Credit to him. But I'm going to go back and watch and see what I can do to make it tougher on him, defend it better, make him miss a shot. Again, understanding great players make plays. You're not going to shut them out, but he made the shot, so it's a makeable shot. So you got to figure out how to defend it better.
Anybody else? Thank you, Jeff.